Well, I named my novel The Aquarians after the Age of Aquarius. I didn't write it for people who were born under the star sign of Aquarius, because these different ages have been assigned with sort of a spiritual overlay of what they were about. And they primarily talk about a spiritual evolution. We go back as far as we can really remember to the age of Aries, and we see religion anew. We're moving out of mythology, the old mythology, into a god mythology, sort of a singular god, a creator of all, a creative entity of all life as we know it. We move out of that into the age of Pisces, where God approaches us, and this was best envisioned by Christ, by Jesus on the planet, and this Christ consciousness evolving, where we're incorporating a little bit of old mythologies in with our modern understandings of spirituality. And we're moving into the Age of Aquarius, which is another evolutionary jump in our spirituality, where we understand our true connection to the creative force that we call God or Source or whatever you want to call that. And that's what was really interesting to me as I was writing my book, is as soon as I started studying the Mayan calendar, it thematically felt to me like the Age of Aquarius. And I hope that people don't get that bogged down in, well, this is not the day or this is not that. It almost is like a theme is evolving that we're seeing, the end of the Mayan calendar, the beginning of the Age of Aquarius. And that's the point that I wanted to make in my book. The characters discover this connection and they explore it. They learn more about it. And it was really fascinating to me to do my research into these things and like, wow, I can't be the only person making the connection between the end of the Mayan calendar and the Age of Aquarius. We're seeing this end of an old paradigm. The Mayan masters talk about an end of a paradigm shifting into a new paradigm. Well, you almost have to talk about what was the old paradigm. And it was fear-based, it was lack-based, it was fear-driven. It was looking out for number one and the survival of the fittest. That defines the old paradigm. And then we move out of that. Well, what does the new paradigm mean? Well, it's a 180-degree shift away from the other. We're no longer living in fear. We're living in hope and love and compassion. And when we talk about the shift, that's what the shift is. The shift out of old thinking, linear thinking, a deconstruction, violence, war, and into this new paradigm of hope and compassion and love and peace in a way that's feasible. It's not airy-fairy, it's not pie in the sky, it's logical. I didn't want it to seem like it was only written for New Agers. It's not. It's written for a mainstream audience that wants to learn about the Mayan calendar, is curious about the Age of Aquarius, but doesn't want to be hit over the head with a bunch of really out there New Age ideas. I hope that I whet people's appetites without just being too much of an overload. You will learn in my book a little bit about the workings of the Mayan calendar and Mayan archaeology and Mayan astronomy and astrology. You'll learn amazing facts about dolphins, but you're not going to be, you're not bowled over by it. It's a 210-page book. You can read it in a couple of nights, but people are very intrigued by what they're learning in it.